So let me read this to you from the Bitconnect website. As of block height 262,800 on the BCC blockchain, proof of work mining has ended. New coin generation as well as transaction verification on the blockchain will be handled by proof of stake. You will not be able to mine Bitconnect coin with a CPU or GPU, and only stakers will be rewarded. To learn more about staking and staking rewards, click here. So what does this mean? So this is what the soft fork has enabled or disabled, depending on which way you look at it. Bitconnect from its inception was always a proof of work and a proof of stake algorithm. Now, there's been some issues with some of the mining pools. When Bitconnect first started, it only had its own mining pool, and it did that to kick everything off, to get the ball moving. It also offered out its mining algorithm to different nodes so that those nodes could be independently run, and those independent nodes would monetize and maintain their own pools to secure the blockchain. So that's the whole point of having mining pools and miners. It's the part of the security of the system. Now, many of those third-party pools have not been doing a very good job. Half the time they're down. I've had so many emails over the last 4 or 5 months saying we can't get a connection to this pool, that pool. It's nothing to do with Bitconnect, it's to do with the setup of the pools and the type of pool software they're using. So that's one issue that will be resolved by not having a mining pool. Bearing in mind now that one of the other things that Bitconnect has to do is to pay by the generation of the algorithm. So the difference now is that now there is only a proof of stake algorithm. So if we look at the historic algorithm that was there before, you can see the kickouts, and now none of this has changed. Until there is a proof of stake algorithm change that will support the web staking that will be introduced hopefully by March of next year, of 2018, these kickouts and these percentages as proof of work staking will actually stay the same. So nothing has actually changed. So the difference between a hard fork and a soft fork is a change in the algorithm and the way that the coin works that doesn't require any changes to any hardware or any nodes. The nodes that are already supporting Bitconnect can actually stay the same because there's no intrinsic issues with the coin itself, because nothing has actually changed apart from the actual algorithm and the kickouts for the mining and for the staking. So if we look now and look at the history of Bitconnect, so you can see here you've got the market cap dropped because of the change in algorithm, and you can see steadily it's been going up and then going up, and it's gone up again. Now a lot of this is in preparation for the change at the block height where the proof of work algorithm was removed by the new proof of stake algorithm. So if we go over now to, I wanted to explain a little bit more about why this is, because I've had quite a few emails about this. If we go over now to the rich list, you can see that now in rich list number 4 is a new wallet, and this is one of the old hot wallets which has been exchanged for one of the reserve wallets. So there's a zero amount here that has been moved to a different area, which has been moved to one of the hot wallets. So this is an old reserve wallet, and the total amount of 415,000 Bitconnect coins has been moved into a different wallet to support and gain from the staking algorithm that has been changed. And there's a fair few of these from the 13th onwards. This is the 13th of December if you're looking retrospectively in future videos. So this is one of the changes that occurred at block height 266878. So from here on in, a lot of these wallets have been moved around to different wallet areas to benefit from the new staking algorithm. So what this does in effect is actually bring these reserve wallets back into circulation. So the fact that it's back in circulation, this is why we get these big jumps. It's not that anything happened or anything dodgy's happened here or here. It's just a case of money that has been in reserve wallets either going out of circulation or coming into circulation. So there's another nearly 5 million coins that could come into circulation. If you had all of those coins come into circulation, Bitconnect wouldn't be number 16 at today's price. You would actually see that Bitconnect would actually be above Ripple. It would actually be just between Ripple and Bitcoin Cash. It would be number 4 in the market cap. Now, there's a huge amount of reserves being held, and that new staking algorithm means that not only does Bitconnect earn more money as a passive income, also so does its users. So if you think about it logically, now everything's gone over to the proof of stake. Now this is to support the web-based staking. At the moment, staking in the Qt wallet, you do not gain staking until your coins have matured for 15 days. Now, there's no point having a 15-day algorithm on a web staking wallet, so that algorithm had to change to be able to support the new web staking wallet that comes out within the Bitconnect platform, hopefully by the first quarter of next year. So in order to do that, what they've had to do is provide a blanket fix to enable all of the money, all of the coin generation within the system between that and the 28 million coins that will ever exist. That is now fully entitled by the proof of stake algorithm. So that means now the only way that coins are created are by people actually either keeping a Qt wallet open and running, or the web-based staking, which comes out hopefully first quarter of next year. So when that happens, those people are still securing the network like the miners did. Now the script algorithm is so lightweight, just merely having the Qt wallet open, it's a partial node in a sense, because it actually has a full version of the blockchain. It will download it, which is why lots of people have trouble syncing, or it takes a long time to sync. It actually has to download those 300,000 blocks to form the blockchain within your own PC, so that you are actually doing the verification every time a new block comes in. So when you are actually connected to blockchain, you actually are helping secure the system just like miners are, but you actually get rid of all that infrastructure. And because that proof of stake algorithm works for you as a stakeholder and for the biggest holder of the coin, which is Bitconnect, there is a lot of money to be generated by changing this, both for the user and for the platform. So if we go through the numbers very, very quickly, I'm going to do this in my head now. So I think about this, there are blocks created every 2 minutes, and there are 50 coins generated per block. So I believe that makes 36,000 coins generated per day. So at, what's the price of Bitconnect now? So if we go to the Bitconnect over here, you can see it's now at 371. So 370 times 36,000, I believe that's about 4.8 billion. That is $4.8 billion in generation income that is now longer part of that going towards the miners and the infrastructures that support them. That is now going back into the system, and there's also an amount that will be generated for its users. So if you look at the splits, about 3.5 billion, that's billion with the B, 3.5 billion of that will be going as value back into Bitconnect's own holdings. And if we look again at the cryptocurrency, you look at the market cap for Bitconnect, it's 1.7 billion. This will generate 4.8 billion in revenue next year. And you know that Bitconnect owns currently in its own reserve wallets. This isn't even including the amount of Bitconnect coins are being loaned back. These are the cold storage Bitconnect coins. This represents 3 years worth. At the same rate of growth, it will have in reserve holdings that will be generated for Bitconnect over the next year. So that's a huge deal. That's a massive revenue stream, 3.5 billion. And that's not also taking into account there's 1.3 billion that will be generated extra for its users. So how will that be distributed? Well, that isn't actually set in stone. But if you look at the changes they're doing to the algorithm, which was coming in March or by March of 2018, you can see that there are opportunities there to actually bring revenue, extra kickouts, extra percentage rates for its users. So this is a good thing. This is a win-win all round. So the other thing I wanted to cover today before I sign off is the Bitcoin volatility chart has been updated. Now I've been saying since October there is a 2% market cap on the daily kickout rates. It's a hard cap, and they've now actually put the ceiling of 2% on this chart now. So it used to go up to 3, 4, 5%. Now the ceiling is 2. It doesn't go above 2. If the Bitconnect system earns more than it's a scaled rate between 22 and 33% per day, which is a logarithmic payout that you guys get. So when people ask the question, where do these figures come from, all this volatility trading, this is a representation. It's a small piece of the amount of money that the coin generates from trading per day. So whatever it pays out here, it doesn't matter what the rate is, Bitconnect will always earn more, thus sustainability. There's no point paying out more than you get because you'll end up with no money within X amount of years, which is no good for anybody. So this is how these charts are enabled, and this will be in this format now until March 2018. If you remember the roadmap, these figures may change. There is a tweak because of all of this institutional money coming into Bitcoin. There's a lot more volatility, and there is now an AI bot that will be introduced. There will be some proper business intelligence added to the script to be able to be more responsive and more agile when making micro trades throughout the day.